Hi, thanks for stopping by my channel, Whispers in the Moonlight. I thought I'd do a video today about a chit chat with me and get to know me. I'm sitting in my car and I'm facing this way so the glare isn't so much in my face, facing the front of the car. Sorry about my messy hair. I just came out of a walk. I was walking here in the park and it's windy. And I got a slight sniffle because my husband was really sick for over a week with I don't know, he just had a really bad cold. And I kind of got a little bit of it over the weekend. So I've got the sniffles going on still. So excuse me for that. I'm going to be sniffling throughout this video, I think. Anyway, it is windy here, like I said, and I'm just sitting here in the car. I thought I'd do a get to know me video before I drive home. And I started this channel as a hobby. It's not something I'm doing to, grow a lot of subscribers or anything like that. I just started it as a hobby and I don't know where it's gonna go. So I just started putting videos on here so that people can see what I see, see places I've been, and I like sharing my story about different things. So that's the reason why I started this channel, just putting up videos. And so I'll start off with my name and we'll go from there. I'll share as much as I can. I think I can share, I probably won't share everything in this video, but I like my subscribers to get to know me a little bit better, just in case you're wondering who I am, where I'm from, and all that good stuff. So my name is Carmelita Turwai, and I was born on July 21, 1971. I'll be 55 this coming July. I can't believe that. I'm over 50. I just can't believe that sometimes because life just went by so fast. It seems at this age when I think about it. It seems like just the other day I was a teenager, or, just a kid having fun with my friends on the playground during recess time. I mean, these things come into my memory. It's just weird how time flies by. Like, you're so young and then next thing you know, you're getting older and getting up there, So yeah, I grew up in a small town in Holbrook, Arizona. I don't even know what the population there was when at the time when I was growing up in the 70s there, probably 2000, around there. And my family, I'm the youngest of my family. I had 7 siblings to begin with, and 2 brothers of mine have passed over. So currently I still have 2 brothers and 2 sisters. And my mom is still with us. My dad passed away almost 2 years ago now. He was, I believe, 98. Yeah, 98 when he passed away. He was born in 1926. And my mom is still here. She's 85 now, and I believe she was born in 1941. And I am married. I have 2 boys. My 2 sons are from my first marriage. And I was a single mom for about 11 years before I met my current husband. And my current husband and I really get along. We're really happy together, and it's just a blessing to have him in my life, to have met him. He's a wonderful man. He's Christian. He loves church, and I always miss church because of either I'm at work or traveling. Something's going on, it seems. So he goes more than I do. And yeah, so that's it. I don't have any pets. I wish I did have a cat though. I love cats. I'm a cat person. I've always had a cat my entire life. But this is the first time I don't have a cat. But I'd love to have another cat soon. It's just our situation with our apartment where we live. We're still renting. We're looking into buying our own home eventually. So we'll see how that goes. And then I just live my life the best I can, like every other person out there, you know, and take care of my health. I consider my health to be very important. I take good care of myself more than ever because of having cancer. And when I was 40, I had thyroid cancer, and I have a video on that, on my experience. So after going through that, I am really careful and taking good care of my health the best I can. I'm always walking. I do know that I need to probably do more. I've been thinking of maybe implementing a weight loss goal eventually. You know, I've always been small. I'm only 5 foot tall, but being that short, you do tend to gain weight pretty easy. And that's what I feel, you know, like I'll have a hamburger and an ice cream cone, and I feel like I've gained an extra 5 to 10 pounds already, you know, because I'm small. So I don't usually eat a whole lot of food. I actually watch what I eat. I like eating healthy food, not so much junk food. I rarely eat fast food. It's like a treat to have fast food. It's not really something I do often. We do cook at home a lot and eat our meals. And I've been through college several times. I actually graduated twice. I've gone to college at least 4 times. And even though I've never been diagnosed with ADHD, I believe I have that. And that's why I get bored really easy, and I tend to change jobs sometimes. So that's my life story. And, you know, I don't drink, don't smoke, don't do anything like that that's risky to my health. I'm actually an introvert, so I was always very, very shy when I was in school, when I was a teenager. People used to say that I'm stuck up. Boys used to say that about me, and I was really shocked that that's how they saw me, that I was really snobby or stuck up, and I wasn't. It's just that I was very shy. And I remember being in high school, I used to dress up really nice. I used to dress up like I worked in a really fancy office somewhere. But that's just the way I liked to dress when I was a teenager. I liked to dress up like I was an office worker, and I have no idea why, guys. I know why I dressed up like that. I always had my hair real nice, and then I would wear office attire, high heels, you know, things like that, and go to school. And I guess a lot of boys thought I was cute or whatever, and they would try to say hi to me, but I would ignore them. And it's not because I wasn't friendly, it's just I was so shy and I didn't reply to them. And later on down the road, I found out some of my girlfriends were telling me, hey, you know, so and so is talking to me and asking about you, and they said that you're really stuck up. And that's when I realized that that's how I was probably looked at, and I just never knew that. So yeah, I do like a lot of things. I like music, I like paranormal stuff. I don't know why, but I do. My favorite movie is The Haunting with Liam Neeson and what's that gal's name? Oh my gosh, I can't even think right now. But The Haunting came out in the 90s, and it's about 3 people along with the researcher, the guy. They go into this house and they start experiencing a lot of paranormal activity. And 2 people survive and come out of there at the end of the movie. And I just love that movie so much. I love Halloween time. I love all seasons actually, except summer. I don't like summer at all. I love cold weather. I love the autumn time. Autumn I love so much. I love all kinds of music, especially the 80s and 70s. And I love animals. I love nature very much. You probably have if you haven't noticed, I put a lot of videos of me being in nature. I go out to the mountains and the lakes, and all these places are near me, right where I live in town in Monticello, Utah. And I live in an area where it's very remote, rural. You know, the population is really small. I doubt it there's even 500 people living there, to be honest. I don't know when they did their last census count, but I don't think it's even 1,000. I don't know how many people the city claims to have living there, but I feel like it's barely 300 to 500 people living there. It's very small. Excuse me about that sniffling again. What else? I like jokes. I like comedies. I just like feel-good movies and movies about Halloween and spooky stuff. I like learning things. You know, I'm kind of all over the place. Like I said, I know I have ADHD. I had never been diagnosed with it, but I really have all the signs of having it. I easily get distracted, and I get easily bored with different things. And I always want to be on the go. I always want to move my body around. I always want to do stuff. And for me to watch a really long movie at home, I have to take breaks. I can't just sit there for a really long time looking at TV. So in the movie theater, if I'm watching a really long movie, I do tend to get a little antsy sometimes. So I'll move around in my seat a lot. And I'm not sure if that's a good or bad thing, but that's just the way I am. And currently I'm working on different projects. Me and my husband are working on one project together. And then I have other projects going on in my life that I'm trying to fix related to employment. And that's currently what I'm trying to do. And just keep myself busy. Like I said, I went to college 4 times. The first time I went, I was like 18, and I was just a goofball. Like, I wasn't serious about anything at all. I went to college and just took random courses just to say I got credits, and that's what I did. And then I enrolled into college again in my early 20s. I was probably about 24, 25, I don't know, around there when I enrolled in college again. This time I went to study medical assisting. And 1 month before my graduation, I decided to withdraw. And the dean of the school yelled at me and was very upset with my decision to withdraw so close to graduation, because I was only 1 month away. And I have no idea why I did that. I didn't think it through when I did it. I didn't really talk to anyone about it. I just said, I'm done with this. I'm bored with it, and I'm finished. I'm gone, you know. I had that attitude. And I do regret it sometimes. But that's life. Sometimes we make bad decisions, right? We're not all perfect. We all make mistakes. And then for a long time, I didn't want to go back to school until I was like almost 40. That's when I got separated and divorced from my first husband, and I became a single mom. And that's when I decided I want to reach my goals. I want to go back to college. I always wanted to. Let me see what I can learn and study. So I decided to go back to school, and I got my associate's degree in medical specialties. And then I believe I took a short break, and then I re-enrolled into college again. Same college at that time. And then I studied for my bachelor's degree in health information technology. So I accomplished those 2, and I don't think I'll go back to school again. I really loved college. I really loved school because, like I said, I love learning. I'm kind of like a nerd. I like learning and studying, and I don't know why I like that so much. I really did. And if I could be a student forever, like just be a college student for the rest of my life and make a living doing that, I would do it. Because I was thinking that when I was in college the last time, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I would just love to be a college student for life and just get paid to be a college student and not really work in the real world, you know. But anyway, my first college that I did when I was 18 was in Montana. And then the second time I went to college, it was in Salt Lake City. And then the third and fourth time I went to a different college, but I got my degrees from both of them. And that was in Murray, Utah, which is right on the outskirts of Salt Lake City, Utah. So that's my life. And do I want to keep learning? Yes, I do. I actually do online learning now. It's free. On a website that I like using. It's called Allison.com, and I know I've mentioned that before in another video, but I go there and I learn different things, you know. So I'm in there studying the CNA stuff now, and also medical billing. I do have experience in both fields. I used to be a CNA, and I used to do medical billing in workers' compensation insurance, and I was good at both of them. And why did I leave those fields? I have no idea. Like I said, I believe my ADHD makes me anxious a lot, and just move on to some after I get bored. And I don't know if other people experience this, the way I do. I'm sure there are. I know I'm not the only one. And I'm in my 50s now, and you would think I would not do this anymore and stay with one career, but I don't. And I need to start thinking about that and figuring out how I can just stay in one career, because I'm not young anymore, and from here you get older. So I might look young for my age. People sometimes tell me that you don't even look like you're in your 50s, but I am. I do get gray roots in my hair, and sometimes I dye it, sometimes I don't. I just really wish that all my hair would be gray though, but my hair is pretty much jet black. It's been jet black since I was a small child. I wish it would all go gray. I think that'd be so cool to have complete gray hair, And I don't know what else to tell you guys. That's about it right now that I can think of. But that's get ready to know me. So that's who I am. Oh, my nationality, I am Diné, and or otherwise known as Navajo Indian, Native American. And I do speak some of my language. I'm not very fluent, but I'd like to learn that as well. I'm also enrolled in online classes for that. And, like my mind is everywhere all the time. I'm either trying to learn about the CNA or billing or my language or the process of getting a home site lease through the Navajo tribe, which is the project that I was talking about with my husband that we are doing. I'm always trying to learn something, and every day I'm learning. Sometimes I need a break learning stuff, so I'll watch TV, and sometimes I'll just binge on Netflix for a while, or even on Roku. There's some good channels there. So yeah, but I love nature. Like I said, I love nature a lot. I think that's about it for now. But I just did this video so you guys can get to know me a little bit better, and know who it is that you're seeing on my channel. I came up with Whispers in the Moonlight because I just like the moonlight and the moon, and I like ASMR, so I put in there Whispers in the Moonlight. So that's how I came up with my channel name. All right, guys, I will let you all go now. Have a wonderful week and weekend upcoming. I plan to be in Arizona this coming weekend and New Mexico, so I'll be out there with my husband. We're planning to try and be out there for, to stay out there for 2 to 3 nights. We do have a business thing to take care of on Monday, so we'll be out there, and then we should be home by, sometime Tuesday. But that's our plans right now. And it was so nice to be here with you guys. I hope I can do another get to know me video. I don't know if I ever want to do a live. I don't know if anyone would want to see a live with me. If you do, let me know in the comments below. Just say, hey, let's do a live sometime, and maybe we can do that. Kind of scared to do a live because I've never done one, and I don't know if, you know, some crazy people are going to come on. Honestly, that's what I'm afraid of. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. Create your own happiness, and I love you. Thank you for being on my channel and supporting me. Bye now.